15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Hello everybody, welcome back on the Success Blueprint. It is 15-Minute Monday time. I hope you had a fantastic weekend, a bit of rest and balance. And we are back. I'm not going to hold you up for long. Let's talk about something that is really important, something that I recognized over the last couple of years, putting my life together, and that has really worked out for me. A shift of understanding. Instead of buying assets, to buy time. Buy time, not things. The real currency of a life worth living. That's what I'm talking about today. So strap in, let's get right into it. Time affluence beats lifestyle inflation every single time. But most people do the exact opposite. I see this so many times. They use their money to buy comfort, status, and upgrades instead of buying the one thing they're actually starving for, and that's time. This matters because time is the only asset that compounds in meaning, not measurement. A nicer car doesn't give you a calmer life. A bigger house doesn't fix emotional fatigue. New things don't create new capacity. The law of diminishing rewards. The more you get something, the less it feeds you. But people are on this treadmill and they're running and just trying to find the next dopamine hit, just baselining at their base level of happiness that is not enough to keep them motivated, keep them going, and understand what their real purpose is. But buying time, buying hours, autonomy, breathing room, recovery, and space to think, that changes everything. It improves your decision quality, it strengthens your relationships, it increases creativity, and it restores energy. And it amplifies your identity as someone who doesn't chase life, someone who designs it. Life by design, one of my most favorite things to say. So this episode will shift the way you think about money, work, and what you're really buying with your effort. So what's the problem here? What does this cost us? Most people don't have a money problem. They have a time starvation problem. And here's the pattern. You earn more, you spend more. You rush more, you rest less. You upgrade lifestyle, you upgrade obligations, you downgrade freedom. You accumulate things, you accumulate stress, you accumulate overwhelm. Lifestyle inflation masquerades as success. But it builds a cage you have to work harder to maintain. And what's the real cost here? Your hours, your peace, your bandwidth, and your presence. People don't burn out because they're weak. They burn out because they're time poor. What is the real cost of buying things instead of time? When you spend money on things instead of hours, you lock yourself into financial commitments that steal your autonomy. You stretch yourself thin to maintain a lifestyle that doesn't improve your life. You just want to show to your neighbors, to your friends, your peers, because that's what everyone does. You sacrifice recovery, and recovery is what determines performance. And you hustle harder without feeling freer. Buying things increases pressure. Buying time decreases friction. And here's the uncomfortable truth that I want to share with you, tribe. Most people would have the life they want if they stopped financing versions of themselves they don't even enjoy. But today, I'm going to give you a 5-step framework to relook at that and find a way out of the treadmill, of the hamster wheel. Running. Step number 1. Conduct a time value audit. This is an important one because people don't even know what they spend their time on. Your time has value, but most people never price it. What action can you take here? Calculate your real hourly value. Take your monthly income and divide it by all the hours spent earning it. Commute, stress recovery, admin, emotional labor. The number will shock you, I can tell you right now. If you don't know how to do it, reach out. I send you a form, I help you with it. Then ask yourself, is this purchase buying me hours back or taking more hours from me? This alone changes behavior instantly. What you don't know, you can't measure. What you don't measure doesn't exist and doesn't work. It's as simple as that. Step number 2, identify time drains that money could solve. Most people protect money but sacrifice time. The most backwards equation in the world. What action can you take here? Identify 5 tasks that drain your energy. Admin, errands, chores, tasks outside your genius zone. Then ask, could money buy this back? Cleaning? Yes. Groceries? Yes. Admin? Certainly. Childcare when needed? Yes, also. You don't become wealthy by saving money, you become wealthy by buying time. Step number 3, reallocate lifestyle spend into time freedom. This is where lifestyle inflation gets dismantled. What action can you take here? Reassign 10 to 20% of discretionary spending into a virtual assistant, meal prep, cleaning support, automated systems, paid focus tools, software that cuts hours, outsourced friction. Replace nice-to-have purchases with freeze my bandwidth purchases. You're building an architecture that supports growth, not drains it. If you want to know more about how this works, reach out to me. That is how I redesign the life of many executives on a daily basis. Step number 4, install a time buffer ritual. High performers fall not because they lack effort, but because they lack margins. The action you can use here: build a weekly buffer, 3 to 5 hours of unscheduled time that belongs to nothing and no one. This is where clarity forms. This is where creative thinking emerges. This is where your nervous system recalibrates. Time buffers are the vault where your future self is built. Step number 5, convert money into autonomy, not anxiety. Every purchase either buys you freedom or buys you obligation. The action you can take here before every decision, I want you to ask, does this expand or compress my autonomy? Does this increase or decrease my recovery? Does this support or sabotage my long-term bandwidth? The moment you prioritize these questions, your financial behavior becomes self-respect in motion. It's true, and you need to do this right now. Follow these 5 steps and I can guarantee you will see the change. If you don't know how to follow through, reach out to me. I can assist you with it. Why does this matter? Why is this so important? Time is dignity, tribe. Time is power. Time is presence. And time is the only asset that can never be earned back once spent. Buying things creates clutter. Buying time creates capacity. This is why true wealth is not measured by what you own, but what you can walk away from. It's not measured by square meters, but by hours you control. It's not measured by luxury, but by autonomy. Buying time is the highest act of self-preservation and the clearest expression of self-worth. Implement it and your life will change. Tim Ferriss built his career around one principle: eliminate, automate, and outsource anything that steals more time than it's worth. And a client of mine that I recently coached, we just completed a coaching program, a business owner drowning in admin. We hired a virtual assistant for 10 hours a week. That single move doubled his strategic output in 30 days. Not because he worked harder, but because he bought his brilliance back. Buying time isn't indulgence, it's strategy. And as per usual, let me give you some advanced strategies. Time arbitrage strategy. Pay someone 500 Rand an hour to complete a task while you work on something that earns 1,000 an hour or 1,500 an hour. This is exponential return on investment thinking. The anti-lifestyle inflation rule. Every time income increases, allocate 50% of time freedom before upgrading lifestyle. This is how wealthy people stay wealthy. And decision by friction. If something creates more obligations than it removes, it's a no. By default, you don't stray away from those rules. And now let me give you your weekly challenge for immediate implementation. Run your buyback time challenge this week. Number 1, identify one task you can outsource or automate. Number 2, assign or automate it within 48 hours. No excuses. And number 3, reinvest the saved time in something meaningful. Rest, creativity, strategy, or connection. And by Sunday, you'll feel the shift. Time is oxygen. Breathing better changes everything. There you go, quick and easy. And as per usual, my call to action to you: copy the episode link, share it with 3 people on WhatsApp. on Instagram Messenger, Facebook Messenger, TikTok, wherever you communicate. Thanks to you, the tribe has been growing super fast. Downloads are increasing. And every single time that you share, you help someone out that might need to hear this episode right now. And if this episode reframed your relationship with money and freedom, share it with someone you care about. Subscribe, leave a review, and join me next Monday for another expansion of thought, performance, and inner architecture. Because that's what we're here for, to get better at this thing called life and business. And let's not forget Doc Marty Mushrooms, our sponsor. Just as buying time expands your capacity, Doc Marty's blends expand your clarity, mental energy, cognitive stamina, and emotional recovery depend on a stable internal system. Exactly what Doc Marty builds his formula for. Head over to docmarty.com, and if you use the code DAN20, DAN20, you get an exclusive to the Success Blueprint 25% discount on your first purchase. That's as easy as it goes. Head over there, you won't regret it. And in closing, tribe, I want to leave you with a very short thought. Money buys comfort, time buys a life. Choose the currency that pays you back. And that was it. I hope that you have a good week, that you look at this and really write it down, take some action, not just motivation. Motivation dwindles away, but the action you take, irreplaceable. Do it right now. Have a fantastic week. This was Daniel Craig Johnson, your host on the Success Blueprint, with my promise, I'll be back. Take care, tribe.